Hey everyone, it's James.
And Stephanie.
And we're coming to you from the Tampa RV Show 2020.
Yes, as evidenced by the frizz.
My hair's kind of frizzy too. I'm really sorry. I apologize for my appearance.
Okay, I got one word for you then.
What?
Ponytail.
Oh, yeah, well that would
the
clearly...
Tampa trick.
That would help a lot. But we're not here today to talk to you about our hair.
No, we are here to talk about this rig behind us.
It's the Winnebago Solis. It's a brand new camper van from Winnebago.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. It's a pop top for one thing. That's unique about it.
But there are a couple other really interesting things, little things that you'll see inside the rig as we get through, like the magnets and the water light and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
All right, well anyway, if you've seen our reviews before, you kind of know the drill.
All right,
so let's get going.
go.
Okay, we just want to clarify that this RV footage was shot earlier.
Yes, this is from the Tampa show, which was in January. But now, because James is kind of slow when it comes to video editing, here we are going into May, and we're finally getting to editing this video. So we're not at an RV show. We're home, being responsible.
Thanks. Well, she's home. I'm underneath the bus, apparently.
It's a place you're very familiar with, right?
Okay,
right?
let's get started with
on with the review.
And we're going to start off with gratuitous arm waving.
Yes, because change is hard here at the Fit RV.
Okay, so there's the pop top. This harkens back to the golden era of pop top campers. And the Solis is built to be a more affordable rig.
Right, so those are just standard wheels there.
Steel wheels. But they do have things like the pet leash running board.
Yep.
Becoming kind of common through a lot of the Winnebago Class B line.
Yep, we like that. We have it on our Travato.
Yep. Notice, no awning. Look at that, no awning. We love it, finally.
Bravo, bravo.
It's probably only because there's the pop top on there, but I like that there's one van you would not be forced to get an awning with.
Yes, that's very cool.
All right, so I like the no awning. Moving along, this is the propane connection, and for filling the propane tank, the bleeder valve and the solenoid.
Okay.
This next thing here, I believe, is the sewer hose storage.
Got it. Okay.
Now that will not hold a Rhino hose with all the connections attached, but it holds the hose that you get.
Okay.
Further back, that is
Just the single pane windows here.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
And that's pretty much going to do it for the passenger side. So now we're moving to the back.
Okay, pretty standard looking back of a ProMaster there.
Yep, and it's a little dark. The sun was going down here, but that is a 3,500 pound trailer hitch.
Same as the Travato.
Yeah, with a 4-pin wiring harness.
Okay.
So, but the big deal on the back actually isn't the trailer hitch. The big deal is what you can do when you open the doors.
Yeah, this is really interesting. I like this little feature here.
It's an option that I haven't seen on any other Class B.
Yeah.
So there are these two poles, and you can connect them, and there is an attached pin to secure them.
Nice. And then you can do pull-ups.
No, they would probably recommend against pull-ups.
Yes, don't do pull-ups on this, although you couldn't resist.
No, it's for like hanging things out to dry.
Yep, you could run a shower curtain there and have your little outside shower, because there you go. There you
go. So back here on this back wall, we've got a 120 volt outlet and auxiliary input for solar power.
Hot and cold for
exterior shower, and there's the hose that you get for that.
Okay.
And then the water station on here, the cable and tile, there's no TV in this rig. But the water connections are very, very plain.
Yeah, I like that map there that you can just use to help you know.
You just set the levers to where they are, and there you go.
Okay.
Oh, there was a switch back there which works the
light that you're seeing going on and off.
The Greg Schultz Memorial dump light.
The Gizdal is how I know it. The Gizdal.
And putting this away is pretty easy. You just pull the pin, pop those back into place.
Okay.
And there you go. Now, there's more in the back that we'll show you when we get kind of inside. But that I thought was best shown from the outside of the van. All right. Now, moving on to the driver's side of the rig, there's another window.
Okay.
And forward of that, there's a plant, and a 30 amp shore power connection. Down below there is a dump valve, and notice that is valve singular.
Yes, only one, because there is no black tank.
That's right, there is only a gray tank, which is right there.
Yeah, and it's really long. You'll see that when we zoom out.
And a very
later.
short connection to get to the dump valve, so a little chance of that clogging up on you. This is why there's only a gray tank, because there's a cassette toilet. But that one's missing the cap on the, so.
You didn't want to pull that out.
I didn't want to pull it
just
out.
in case.
So even though it was sealed up.
Yes.
All right, now down here there is a vent for the Truma. We all know what that is. And then there's this thing.
What is that?
I kind of don't know.
Well, you can't say that. You can't leave us hanging here in a review.
I guess I could try to throw in a Beanert moment with Chris from Winnebago.
How are you going to do that?
I guess the same way anyone does anything anymore. With a Zoom call. Chris! Morning.
James?
Yeah.
What time zone are you in?
Well, it's even earlier here than it is where you are.
How'd you even get my Zoom ID? Okay.
I heard you giving it to Russ, and anyway, we are doing a review on the Solis, and we've got a question that we're pretty sure that you are going to know the answer to.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you a picture. We found a vent on the outside, and we don't know exactly what it is. There it is. Can you see that?
Yep.
So what is that? I've never seen one of these really before. What is it exactly?
Well, that is the vent for the gray tank. When you build a coach with a pop top, you vent the gray tank off the side because you don't really want that all the way up there where you're trying to sleep.
Okay, so you didn't vent the gray tank into the pop top area. That's probably appreciated by people staying in the pop top.
Okay, that makes sense. And that's why we've never seen it before, because we haven't seen a lot of pop tops.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, that's it. Thanks, Chris. We'll see you later. Bye.
Well, okay, so mystery solved.
There we go, the miracle of Zoom. So now that's going to kind of do it, I guess, for the driver's side of the vehicle. We're moving on to the front, and besides the pop top, what I'm noticing here are the bumpers. They are not painted.
Good.
So yeah, if I had Lance to do over again, our own ProMaster, I would probably opt to leave the bumpers if we could, this factory black.
Yeah, I agree. It simplifies things, and if you get a paint chip, then it's simpler to repair.
Yeah, well, there was not even any paint, right? If you got one damaged, you wouldn't have to worry about paint matching or anything like that.
Yeah.
And those bumpers go all the way around, and they're just a standard factory black. So kudos to Winnebago for keeping it simple there. And that's going to do it for the outside of the Solis.
Okay, we're working our way in, but before we go in, let's check out this screen first.
Yeah, I know. It's a cool roll-up screen, mosquito net, whatever you want to call it.
Yep, 2 zippers, just pull those down, and then you got the magnetic walk-through opening.
We like it because you don't have to actually use a hand to close the screen once you've gone through. It just pulls itself closed.
Yeah.
Now, here's the shot we always like to do where you just walk into a rig and get a sense of it.
Yeah, so it's got the bed in the back.
Right, and this one you sleep cross-coach. That's how you're intended to sleep.
Yep.
There's some cabinetry, a side bath there on Stef's left, and clearly the main reason that you're going to want to get into this thing, the kid in everyone is going to run right up the ladder to see what's up in the pop top.
Yeah, so here's the pop top. It is a pretty spacious bed. It's a firm mattress. I do remember that. It was a long mattress.
Yeah. Best view in the house.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the mattress is long. Now, even with your arms above your head, you're probably at least 5'6".
Oh my gosh, you went with my height, my real height.
Well, that's with your arms over your head.
Oh, with my arms over my head. I'm 5'6".
Right, now that is a plastic screen over there on that side, and over here
it's an actual screen.
An actual screen.
Correct.
But I think most people would probably only really close those up if it were raining or something,
or if
because
they're cold, perhaps.
Yeah, but the reason you're up there is because it's cool.
I want to be outside. Yeah, it's great.
So now there is a vent, and the vent's up there, and then there's another screen up in the front.
Yep, that's facing forward.
And there is a mosquito net there, and also the blackout tent-like material. There we go. It's a nice day, so we're going to leave that open. Okay, There's some electrical devices up here. There's some USB ports.
Yep, that's handy.
And a 12 volt. So whatever you want to charge up while you're up there, phones, whatever, you could figure out a way to make that happen.
All right.
There's a light switch there.
To the right, that's the light switch.
Which
and there it is.
Is the light.
Yep, right there.
All right, yeah, right in my eyes. All right, and this is what it looks like looking down the hatch, so to speak, from up top.
It's really cool being up there. I loved it.
It
was
is.
fun.
It's a fort kind of a thing.
Yeah, it is.
So pulling the pop top down, there you see there's some gas struts on the outside.
Yeah, it's all
there.
manual. It's not an electric thing.
Yeah, and it's pretty simple, and the latching, once you get it figured out, is very secure. You got to hook these things on. Come on, you can do it, James. Yeah, there you go. Pull it down, hook it on, twist it, and then fold it down. There you go.
Good job, James. You got it.
So there we go. And putting it up is even easier than pulling it down. You just kind of give it a nudge, and it flies up kind of on its own. Yep. And that's going to do it for the pop top area.
Okay, so now we're going to start looking at the back part, the bedroom part of the Solis.
Right, and I said when we were outside that there was something more to show you back here, and this is what I was talking about, this rather large storage compartment that's under the floor.
Yes, it's kind of shallow, but look how long that is.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 inches deep, and the cool thing is that you can actually get to it from outside the van. If you were outside the back, you could lift, because they put those cutouts
right,
there.
Yeah, that's a thoughtful touch.
Yeah. The flooring we want to make a note of throughout the rig. It's this coin flooring.
Yeah, very utilitarian, heavy duty.
Extremely durable.
Roll your bikes in there and it'll clean right up.
Yep. Now here is a large storage compartment, and it goes down even lower than the floor that I'm sitting on.
Look at that.
Very large. There's a tire jack and inflator kit there, but really large storage compartment there on the driver's side. That's the wheel well. They've got a cover over it. And these cabinets, all the cabinets in here have these slam latches. Wham! I like those slam latches. They're not going to fly open on you, and it's just one action to pull them. It's not like a button. That
you have the drawer there, and then what's this?
That is a fuse panel.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's the driver's side. Now coming over to the passenger side, there's more storage.
Nice.
This is a large netted compartment. So you could put, I don't know what you would put in there.
All sorts of things.
All sorts of things. Good answer. And there's another one down below, but there is also down below, I think I'm going to get to it here. There we go. There's this access hatch to where you can get to the water pump and some water connections down there.
Okay, very good.
So that's pretty handy.
Nice.
And so that's kind of going to wrap up on the...
Well, okay, what's that vent right there?
You keep asking me stuff I don't know.
You keep not knowing stuff.
So I guess this is probably time for another Beanerd moment.
To zoom.
Oh, it's Chris. Hey.
Dude, it's Saturday. What the heck?
All right, well, we had another question, something else we couldn't quite figure out on the Solis, and so we just thought, you don't mind doing Zoom calls anytime.
Yeah, okay, what you got?
Okay, so let me share my screen. It's another picture. It's another venting issue. We noticed this big rectangular vent in the back of the van, sort of on the passenger side. What is this vent for? I couldn't tell what was back there.
Yeah, okay, so there's a whole bunch of water lines back there in that cabinet, and so we're letting a little bit of air get to them, to help keep them warm. Okay. And it's great service access if you ever have to work on them back there.
Okay, so it's like just using the coach heat to keep, it's like rather than putting
air
passive
through,
rather than actually trying to heat the lines. Okay, cool. All right, that's it. Thanks, Chris.
All right.
Bye.
Chris and Kitty. Do you think maybe we're bugging Chris?
Nah, he loves this stuff. Back to the video.
So back to the bedroom.
Yeah, and there's more to show you back here before we even get to the bed. This, I think, has been kind of dubbed the Instagram table because it is made for constructing that iconic van life Instagram shot of you doing something, looking out the back doors of the van.
Yeah, somewhere cool, some great landscape.
Not the Walmart
somewhere.
parking lot you'll probably be at. But anyway, the leg folds down and it secures on the underside of the bed frame with that pin there.
Super easy.
Yep. Now, putting the bed down, there's another one of those latches, and then the bed just kind of bombs away. You flip out the mattress, as I'm doing here. Pretty simple.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And now, I mentioned, I think, earlier that you're meant to sleep cross coach. Right. And indeed you are. So here I am 7 foot 8 inches tall. I'm 5'10". and I've got room, and I've got shoes on even, which I'm a little upset about. But anyway, but there's room at my head and my feet, so it's comfortable.
It works for your height. Yeah.
And now here is the window covering. The window coverings are very, very simple.
Yeah, but I like that. Look how perfectly blacked out that is.
Yeah, there's no leakage at all.
Right.
No muss, no flat. And there's nothing to rattle when you're underway, like a blinds might rattle.
Yep, you can get great privacy out of that. I'm okay with that.
Yep. And there's a light switch. And notice, I can turn on that light right there. I don't have to go hunting around the coach for a multiplex panel and then wonder if it's accent or mood.
So true. You know, sometimes simple is just better.
Yeah. All right, so now here we've got USB and 12 volt and 120 volt ports over there. And notice what I'm showing you here is magnets.
Yes.
For holding the cabinet doors up. Look at that. Metal magnet.
Yeah.
Metal magnet.
Very handy. Makes it a lot easier, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I could get used to that. And it's all around the coach inside the Solis.
Both sides. Look at that.
Simple.
Wonderful.
Yep. Now, big cabinet on this side.
Yeah, it's a lot wider.
Yeah, I've got my arm most of the way in there, and it's unbroken. It's undivided space in there, so you can fit plenty in that cabinet.
Yep.
On the driver's side, it's a little smaller.
Yeah, it's long, but yeah, it's a lot shallower.
Not quite as wide.
Right.
But in the back of this cabinet, we do have, I think we're going to show here. Yeah, here we go. We've got more USB, 12 volt outlets, and 120 volt outlets. So whatever you need, you can kind of power it right there. And then the roof access port.
Okay.
So if you wanted to install a Wi-Fi booster, a cell booster.
Anything with an antenna, right? You
pretty much.
Run right through that spot.
That's where you install it. Also back here we have a Max Air fan, which is actually running in this shot.
Yep, it is.
And a light and smoke detector. So that's going to kind of a long ways out of there. I probably shouldn't have made that jump, but now I'm showing you putting the bed up.
Yep, it's just as simple as taking it down. You pretty much just push it up there and latch it.
Latch it, and that is pretty much going to do it for the bed in the back of the Solis.
All right, so onward to the Galley.
Yeah, it's about to get a lot better looking because now it's Stef on camera. All right, so you're working with one of the cabinets there, and you've noticed that they've got the magnet latches in the Galley as well.
Yes. I like this removable shelf. And, somebody in the Solis Facebook group added another shelf. They built one and added in there, too. So
I guess there's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Yeah.
So this is how strong the magnets are. You thought you were going to break it.
I couldn't get it down. Yeah, they're very strong. That's great.
All right, here's another one. Poof.
Nice.
Ta-da. And it's just kind of fun. I don't know why. But it's just a magnet. But all right, another fairly large cabinet in the Galley. I think this would be a candidate for a shelf horizontally about halfway up.
Yes, I'm sure we'll start seeing photos of that in the Solis Facebook group next.
All right, moving down. That's, I guess, like a spice holder.
Yeah, or whatever you want to put in there.
Sponge. Yep. Interesting sink.
Yeah, I like that faucet. I love how tall it is.
Very tall.
Cool. Yeah.
Now the countertop is just a laminate.
Okay.
But it's less expensive.
Propane two burner.
It's a Suburban, but it does have a push button ignition. So there's like a battery powered igniter there.
Okay.
Not like those old grills. We go clank, pushing the. It's not like that.
I guess that could be a counter extension or a cutting board right there, but that extra space, I'm sure, is quite handy.
It seemed like it was kind of plasticky kind of material.
Yeah.
Like it maybe could be a cutting board.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay, so here we have just a drawer.
Yeah.
And below the drawer we have two cabinets. And notice again, all slam latches all throughout these. Now, this is a fairly large cabinet.
Yeah, like it's a big open space, so you can kind of do whatever you want with that.
You can customize it to your needs, but there's some things behind the cabinet that I want to talk about. So there's the trap for the sink, but see that white thing? But that's the water tank.
Oh.
It's inside the vehicle, which means you don't have to worry about it freezing. But the water tank is right there.
Good. All right.
Okay. Now moving forward a little, there's something that we caught. That is to keep that countertop extension from sliding out unnecessarily.
All right. Fridge.
Here's the fridge. Eggs. Half a
6
dozen eggs.
There you go. Nice.
This is not a terribly huge fridge, but it's not a terribly huge galley.
Yeah.
But it's got everything you need there. It's got a freezer compartment. It's got it's a compressor fridge, so there's no absorption refrigeration at work here. So there you go.
Oh, joy. Here it is. Time for dudes in bathrooms again.
Everyone's favorite. Now notice that's a lock I'm sort of messing with in the top corner of that door. It's to keep it closed while you're underway.
Sure.
There's also a magnet there.
Yeah, right there. You can kind of tell it was catching on the magnet.
Yeah, I like the magnets in this.
Magnets are awesome.
So there's
Hi,
there's
that's
Stef.
me.
So you actually made me install a full-length mirror.
Yes, and now they're
in
putting
Lance.
them in the Solis. How cool is that?
There you go. There's another little handle there you can see me grabbing. You can pull the door. This is not a large bathroom.
Well, it's not a large van. It's a shorty van.
Right. So there we go.
Yeah.
So now there is a shower curtain here, and I'm unsnapping it. But you will want to use that shower curtain because you'll probably want to shower with maybe the door open to give yourself a little elbow room. Mm-hmm. So you'll want to hang on to that shower curtain.
Right on. And that is for hanging clothes, that rod there?
Wetsuits or bathing suits,
it's
whatever.
removable. It lifts right out of there.
Yep. There are the hot and cold for the shower.
Yeah.
And moving down, there is a shower caddy on that back wall for my shampoo and conditioner.
All the important things, yes.
Yep. And there is the cassette toilet.
Okay.
Now, notice there's no sink in this bathroom.
Yeah.
Which, there's one like a foot and a half
there.
away.
You can reach, that's fine.
So the cassette toilet, it does swivel. So you can swivel it to a comfortable angle so that you could use it and keep the door closed.
Okay.
The floor is pretty sturdy. If you were showering, you'd want to probably remove that rod.
There's the Truma duct
Truma
right
vent.
there, which
So
you'll
it's-
appreciate on a cold day.
Yep, heated bathroom.
Nice.
And right above that, there's a little compartment that is right about the size of 2 rolls of toilet paper-ish.
Okay.
And there you go. So that's, it's not a big bathroom.
No.
But it all works, and you're right there, and I fit. So,
Oh, and that's a coat hook. It's kind
or
of a
towel
cute little
hook.
Yeah, whatever you want to put there.
Okay, so now we're moving on to show you the kind of dinette and passenger area. But there was this ladder here, and so we thought we'd show you how it broke down for storage.
It goes into the 2 pieces, so it's going to transport a lot easier than one huge long ladder would.
Right. Okay, so we'll get to the seats, but right now I think Steph is going to show the window, and there's another one of the windows there.
Yep, the single pane window, and then the covering, it's the zipper covering again.
Right. Something I want to point out about these coverings, though, is there's a little bit of an air gap between that covering and the window.
Yeah.
So there's a little, even though it's black, there's a little bit of an insulation benefit to having that covering separate, physically separated from the window.
All right. Oh, there's the magnets again, holding up the cabinet.
Nice large cabinet. I like that they've left them free for your imagination to customize as you wish.
Yeah.
Okay, the seats are a big deal.
Yeah, so checking out the seats next. So obviously there's 2 there. And then they've got the 3-point shoulder belt, seat belt.
And they're kind of automotive style. They're going to be substantially more comfortable for actually traveling in than a regular RV dinette seat with a straight back.
Yeah, and two adults can fit there, but it's tight. I mean, I imagine if you had like 2 teenage kids, they would be
Fighting, like
hating.
stay on my side. He's
Kinda
touching
like what
me.
you're doing right there.
She's touching me. She's touching me.
But do you remember, did these seats recline? Let me guess. You don't know.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well.
Time for another Beanert moment. Let's hit up Chris. Yes.
James, okay. I'm kind of in a hurry. What have you got?
Well, we had one more thing that we found on the Solis, and we didn't figure it out when we had it to review. So I'm going to show you these seats. There we go. Share. These seats, Chris. We never figured out, do these seats recline?
They've got great 3-point seat belts and the bottom's hinged, but no, they don't recline.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that does it. How's things in Iowa?
They're going pretty quickly right at the moment. So
all right, Chris. I guess we'll see you later.
Chris.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
Did you notice anything unusual about Chris?
No. Do we need to ask him something else?
No, I think we don't need to do that.
Okay, back to the video. Okay, getting back to the dinette area, there's some underfloor storage here. I call it the wine cellar.
And hey, any storage in a van is awesome. It doesn't look like much, but you could probably get a lot in there.
Yeah, you'll be thankful for it,
Yeah.
any storage you can get. So now we're going to put up the dinette table, and we purposefully let this clip run a bit long to show you like real time how long
Yeah.
it's actually going to take.
Yeah, it's basically just a pole and a tabletops. And this was my first time, so I'd probably be a little faster in the future, but it's super simple.
Yeah, it didn't really take you that long
No,
anyway.
no, it's just put the tabletop on the pole and there you
And
go.
there you go. And it does kind of swivel a bit. And so it's probably useful by the two people in those automotive seats and in the driver's seat, but the passenger seat in the cab, that'd be a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, it was a little far. I mean, you could put your coffee cup on it and reach for it. Nothing's that far in the van, but mostly it'd be convenient for those 3 spots.
Yeah. Now, underneath here, there are some electrical connections. There's some USB connections. There's a 12-volt outlet, 120-volt outlet. That's primarily if you want to use this as a workstation.
Yeah,
Truma
yeah.
vent there, so that it's heated in that area.
Okay, so that is the hinge that Chris was talking about.
Yeah, that one we
lifts the seat.
found.
Yes.
And then there's some storage under there. There's a little tray
Yep.
kind of a thing.
Yep.
And you want to keep things in the tray because when we remove the tray, you'll see there's like a whole bunch of mechanical stuff under there.
Right.
Like the actual Truma unit itself is under there, as well as the fresh water drain you will find under there. Okay, I'm putting that back. There's a couple little extra things to show you. There you go. Pick it up, drop it down. Couple extra little things to show you in the dinette area, and they're on the floor. So there's another Truma vent,
Okay.
a 120-volt outlet,
Yes.
and a second set of connections for the exterior shower.
Great.
Okay, so now we're moving up to show you the cab and the seat. Now, the seat swivels, obviously. You saw it swiveled around the other way before, so there I am operating the swivel.
Yes.
Ta-da. The cab of the ProMaster, pretty standard.
Yeah.
Not a lot to show.
And there is a shelf. That's what he's looking at right now. I didn't quite pan up high enough, sorry, but you get the gist of it. It's a shelf. Yes.
So that's the cab, and now we're showing some mechanical stuff, and this one's a big deal. This is something you'd find in a more expensive coach.
Ooh.
It is a water preheater, so you don't have to like turn on the water and then wait and waste all your fresh water waiting for it to get hot. You set that to preheat.
Okay.
Turn on water. It will recirculate, dump the unheated water back into your fresh tank. Then when it's hot, you turn it to normal. You're good to go. You're not wasting water.
Interesting. Oh, and you're showing that level right there, that lighted level.
This is an interesting way to show you the level in the fresh tank. It's a light in a tube that's attached to the fresh tank, so you don't have to guess. What's a quarter? Is it a third? Is it closer to a half?
It tells you how much water you have in your fresh tank just from
Exactly
that
how
light.
much you have.
How cool.
Or it's a cool night light.
Yes.
So now here up front, some other things we didn't show you, 12-volt and USB outlets, as well as your coach master battery cutoff, which the cat will most likely not turn off. I say most likely because, it's a cat. Okay. Control panels. Now, this is a pretty basic control panel here. There's no fresh tank level on there because of the light.
Right.
So there's gray tank, there is the battery level, and there's the propane level.
Okay.
You'll get those there.
And to the left, I recognize that Truma gauge
Truma,
right there.
that's the
for
control
heater.
panel for the Truma. Now, down on the row below that, there is the propane cutoff switch, the solenoid, a Xantrex solar charge controller, and then controls for tank heaters. But if there's a solar charge controller, there must be solar panels, right? So I had to borrow a Revel to get up to see because there's no exterior ladder on the Solis.
All right.
And so there we see there's a big solar panel, 220-watt solar panel.
Nice. Look at that.
Yeah,
you
and
can
it's
see
a flexible.
Yeah, it's just right up on the pop top there.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep, and then there's a view from behind. You can see the Max Air fan, the box for the roof access port.
All right.
All right, so now cargo carrying capacity.
Yes.
Pretty impressive. What is that? 1,863 pounds
And that's
on
good?
the Solis. That's a lot.
Oh, good. Okay.
I mean, you carry 1,863 pounds in from the van.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a workout.
Right
Okay,
on. Cool.
here I am going underneath. And now these ProMasters are pretty low
Oh,
to
wow.
the ground. Yeah, I know. It's a challenge.
Okay.
Okay, so here I am showing you the propane tank. It's a smallish propane tank, kind of what we have on the Travato.
Okay.
Yeah, same tank. But there you go. Regulator, shut off. That's
Look
all
how
up under
clean
there.
it is. It's very clean.
It hasn't been used
I
yet.
guess not.
All right, so now I'm showing you the bump stop, and this is an indication of how much capacity there is. The bump stops are not hitting the springs there.
Oh, good.
And there's one of the batteries in
Okay.
front. We're in front of the rear axle here. And there's the other bump stop, and the rear axle is going to be your low point for clearance. It goes straight across there, and that's the lowest point on the van.
Okay.
So now I'm showing you a drain that runs into the gray tank. And I apologize for getting the shot upside down, but it's hard to get underneath these ProMasters. And there it is running to the gray tank on the other side. Not insulated there. This is the sewer hose storage running back underneath the van.
Okay.
Here is the dump valve and a close-up on that gray tank, which is
so
really
long.
long. I know, it's
Yeah.
huge.
Interesting.
And I still didn't get the whole thing.
Yeah.
But showing you underneath, I think I'm going to point out, there we go. That is the heating pad to keep the
Nice.
gray tank contents from freezing up. And it's pretty close to the drain valve, so there you
Okay.
go. All right, now here we are showing you the second battery, which is to the rear behind the rear axle.
All right, so that's going to wrap up our Winnebago Solis tour.
Well, there's one more thing I wanted to mention. We never actually said this in the rest of the review, but there is not an air conditioner on this rig.
yes.
And that is a big deal for a lot of people.
Yes, we have seen some of the owners are buying aftermarket portable air conditioners.
You could bring a
so-
portable. You'd probably want to be hooked up to shore power to
Yeah.
run that because there's no inverter in the Solis.
Right.
So.
But besides that, we also know this is kind of a weird time to be thinking about buying an RV, but there will come a time where we all can hit the road safely again.
And when that happens, if you are interested in hearkening back to the camper vans of old, the Winnebago Solis should be on your list.
Yes, but in the meantime, we do wish you all well, be healthy, and be safe. And we're thinking about you.
Yep. And if you would like to ask Chris a question about the Winnebago Solis directly, you can reach him at...
No!